Hey, welcome back to Two Super Guys Trade Stocks. I'm Dylan.
And I'm Vinny.
And Threads is probably going to hit 100 million users by the time this video is up, like in an hour. Is that going to translate to stock gains? Is Twitter screwed? We're going to take a quick look.
Two Super Guys Trade Stocks.
All right.
So long Meta, short Tesla. Goodbye. See you guys later.
Yeah. Good luck with that. So it's 12:52 Arizona time. This is Quantitative Quiver, I believe. It's actually a pretty cool site. They're updating like every couple hours, so they're at 97 million right now.
Wow.
And they went live, what, 3 days ago? 4 days ago?
Yeah, it was July 5th, something like that.
Yeah,
It's
that's
been 4 days.
absolutely disgusting.
Previous record to hit 100 million downloads was ChatGPT, and that was 10 days. So
10
these
days.
guys look like they're going to be about half the amount of time, almost approximately, as ChatGPT. That's pretty big.
It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And I'm going to hit this point a little bit, but they are not going to monetize until 1 billion. That's going to be important for later.
Sure.
ChatGPT, it's not really a stock. It's Microsoft. But Disney, who previously, before ChatGPT, was thinking that they were going to be the fastest to 100 million subs, 16 months, that's a long time comparatively to 4 days. It's pretty wild.
It's hard. Not exactly apples to apples, right? Because you have to
No, it's
pay
not.
to be a Disney
yeah.
Plus subscriber compared to Threads, which is free. So yeah, I get
Yes.
that. Well, you are the product on Threads. So
You're not the product yet. You're going to be the product. Twitter users, it's really weird because if you type in current Twitter users right now, there is a vast disparity in the data. So that's why these numbers are there's a large gap. But monthly users, anywhere between 330 to 450 million. Daily active monetizable users, 160 to 230 million. I mean, those are wildly, it's a huge reference range, but every site had a different answer. So
yeah. Well, they're a private entity now. They're no longer required to report that stuff. So you can
Exactly.
look at what they were last. But then there was that whole Twitter exodus thing where, how many people actually left? Elon has never said publicly that I'm aware of. So hard to know.
Yeah. Well, he put up in November after he took over that they now have the most users they've ever had in a tweet. So
Okay.
there's no way to know if that's accurate.
True.
Here is Meta. So you can see they actually did have a pretty decent volume spike here. There we go. See my mouse? Pretty decent volume spike above average. It didn't translate to a whole lot of gains, but you can see that they're just holding above this 9 daily moving average, exponential moving average, just constantly. The big thing here is this actually going to help the stock? Right? Mm-hmm. That's the big question. So this was Mark Zuckerberg's quote. Our approach will be the same as all other products. Make the products work well first, then see if we can get it on a clear path to 1 billion people, and only then do we think of monetization at that point. A little bit after that, Bank of America suggested an increase of 2 to 3 billion revenue by next year, which I don't think that's going to happen unless they hit 1 billion next year, which I mean, I guess it's possible. It seems not possible, but do you think that it's actually going to make, and do you think there's actually going to be a consequence of these users where they're actually going to see revenue?
Not for a while. I think Facebook or Meta has great DNA though of extracting data and then ultimately defining, figuring out later on after the fact how to turn that into revenue and then ultimate profit. They have by far and away a fantastic trajectory of doing that. And I think at some point they will. However, we haven't had a conference call since Threads has come out and really had management answer anything about what their plans were with this. To my knowledge, this wasn't something that they announced previously before they just deployed the product. So there's a little bit of a black box about what the Meta management team is thinking about this. So I'd love to hear their insights in the next quarterly meeting, what their plans are ultimately going forward here. But I have faith in their long-term ability to extract profit from it. Next year, 2 to 3 billion. That's a little pie in the sky for me. But what do I know?
I don't think they'll be at a billion users to actually extract revenue, but it is important to note they made 116 billion in 2022. So $2 to $3 billion is not that much. It's a lot of money, but in terms of what Meta does, especially with their high margins, it's not that much. I don't.
Yeah, it's not going to move the needle for them. Is basically what you're saying there. I completely get and agree with that. I think the Instagram kind of what's the word I want to say here, integration is fantastic though. The fact that you're able to have carry over your friend group and stuff like that. Threads is really good because of that. I think will act as a different kind of platform, social media wise, than traditional Twitter did. Where Twitter is about following celebrities, whereas Threads would be able to follow celebrities and your kind of local friend group that you imported from Instagram. So I think you're going to see a lot more mix of the content there. Is my thought.
It's true. Just people on social media too much. The other thing that's going around, it's funny. There's a Barron's article on this saying that two articles released like 6 hours apart. One being Threads is going to kill Twitter. It will be the end of it. And then like 6 hours later, it will have no effect on Twitter whatsoever. So I don't know, the different writers. What are you thinking? Do you think it's actually going to actually make a difference? Or do you think this is just going to be, because, when you have disruptors, like Facebook murdered MySpace, like it died. So these are essentially very similar products. They almost do almost the same, to be honest, except Elon Musk like just limited how much you can, like how many tweets you can see a day, which was an interesting move. I don't know why. Yeah,
I don't think about that part. I don't see it as having a substantial like head-to-head competition standpoint. I see it as being an alternative. Is my kind of thought process. I don't know. It has to be a winner-take-all market, or if it'll be able to coexist in the same ecosystem for at least for a while. We'll have to see what sort of traction they ultimately get.
right. And just so you know, Elon Musk or Twitter just said that verified accounts can now have 6,000 posts per day that they could read. That's an insane amount. And then unverified accounts can have 600 posts, and new unverified accounts can only have 300 posts that they can read. I think it's to help with traffic, maybe. Maybe they're having a little bit of issues. This has nothing to do. This is a terrible AI photo. I don't know. I found this on a website. It's awful. Do you think this is actually going to happen?
I would absolutely love if this happened, but I'm not. I don't think we're that lucky as a society and a planet to see those two duke it out. Because I would do that, and for the record, I will say right here, I would actually put money on Zuckerberg in that fight.
Everyone would. He's been doing Brazilian jiu-jitsu for years. He would destroy.
And
Elon Musk just started.
We've all seen that shirtless photo of Musk hanging out of the back of the boat. Okay.
Yeah, he's in better shape now, but yeah. All right, guys. Let us know if you think that this is actually going to be a factor for Meta stock in the future, or if this is kind of a nothing burger. Later.
Yeah.